Hey there, Justin with U-Join Off-Road in Colorado here. So this is our last build at the Frederick shop, number 61, headed out the door. This one's headed to Washington State. So as soon as we deliver this back to the customer here in a few minutes, we start packing the shop up and moving over to the new place in Montrose. So what we've got here is a 2021 Thor 4 Winds. This is a 22B. This is a really good size. We like these a lot. So started out with the standard recipe stuff, standard 6-inch 4-wheel drive conversion, custom spec Alcan springs, Fox 2.0s. It's got one of our new stage 3 front axles, 456 gears, Detroit True Track up front, all the big Dynatrack goodies, 14.5-inch rotors off the F450. Free spin, serviceable wheel bearings. Pretty simple up front. Got our front bumper. He had a requirement to have a front receiver, and he's going to use this off-road quite a bit out in Moab. This is a dirt bike hauler for him, so needed to have this to haul a little dual sport bike. So that'll be good. We rate those front receivers to about 400 pounds, so that'll get you most of your dirt bikes these days. Got an S-Pod. He's got a little light bar up in front of that motorcycle rack, so we got an S-Pod for him running that. And we've also got it running his onboard air that he's got as well. And we've got our 4-wheel drive indicator down there. So it's got a flanged NP1128 T-case. So it's a 158 wheelbase, so it's got it's a short enough rear shaft where we can run a CV, 1350 CV one-piece rear shaft, which is nice. And of course, 1350 CV in the front as well. Hellwig front sway bar, Hellwig rear sway bar with our direct mount links. Of course, our OBA is stashed right up here. And the compressor is all the way at the back. We've got in front of each dually, got our OBA ports in the back as well. This is a 350, so really the only difference between the 350 and the 450 on these heavier duty dually cutaway chassis is the rear springs are a little bit different. But on these smaller 22, 24 foot rigs, there's no problem getting a 350. It's plenty. So standard 17-inch Dodge dually wheels in the back. Machined for the E450 hub bore. You got a 255 8017 Falcon Wild Peak AT4, and then in the front we've got our standard American Racing Baja wheel, 17x9, 4.5-inch back spacing with a 285 7017 Falcon Wild Peak. So even though those are two different sizes, we get asked that a lot. They're exactly the same revs per mile. They're exactly a 33.1-inch tire. So on the back of this thing, this is a customer built box here. This is kind of like his garage. He's got all his gear and mountain bikes and everything stored inside of there. So kind of oddball, but it works for him. And we just built him a real simple spare tire carrier underneath it. That's where he wanted it. So that's it. That's all we did to this one. Cool build. It'll be a really good little moto hauler for him. And he's headed straight out of here over to Moab. So, you got any questions on this one? Got any inquiries for me here at the Colorado shop? My email is justin@ujoinoffroad.com. If you're inquiring about a DIY kit or install in North Carolina, please email chris@ujoinoffroad.com. Thank you.